And we are in line 44. Just about done. Praise God. So nevertheless, he regarded their affliction when he heard their cry. And for their sake he remembered his covenant, and relented according to the multitude of his mercies. He also made them to be pitied by all those who carried them away captive. So let's elaborate on 44. So nevertheless, he regarded their affliction. So he regarded what they were going through with when he heard their cry. So they started doing that crying. He heard their cry. All right. And God doesn't like to hear his children cry. He regarded their affliction when he heard their cry. And that cry sends us to Judges 3:9. That says, when the children of Israel cried out to the Lord raised up a deliverer for the children of Israel, who delivered them, Othniel, the son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother. All right. And so he sent somebody to send the judge Othniel to help him out. All right. And then so let me just finish reading this, see what happened to them. The Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he judged Israel. He went out to war, and the Lord delivered Cushan Rishathaim, king of Mesopotamia, into his hand, and his hand prevailed over Cushan Rishathaim. So the land had rest for 40 years, and then Othniel, the son of Kenaz, died. So at least they had rest for 40 years. All right. And then so going back to Psalm 106. So it says 45, and for their sake he remembered his covenant. And so that A part of 45 sends us to Leviticus 26, 41 and 42. Leviticus 26, 41, 42. That says, in that I have, well, let me just read 40. But if they confess their iniquity and the iniquity of their fathers, with their unfaithfulness in which they were unfaithful to me, and that they also have walked contrary to me, and that I also have walked contrary to them, and have brought them into the land of their enemies. If their uncircumcised hearts are humbled, and they accept their guilt, then I will remember my covenant with Jacob, and my covenant with Isaac, and my covenant with Abraham. I will remember the land. So, and for their sake he remembered his covenant. So the covenant that he had with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And then and relented according to the multitude of his mercies. And so that sends us to Psalm 69:16. That says, hear me, O Lord, for your loving kindness is good. Turn to me according to the multitude of your tender mercies. And I just corroborate, God's tender mercies. And clearly he does have that. And thank God for his mercies, which are new every morning. 46, he also made them to be pitied by all those who carried them away captive. And so that sends us to Ezra 9:9. Nope. Oof. Getting all the New Testament, everything, Ezra 9:9. For we were slaves, yet our God did not forsake us in our bondage, but he extended mercy to us in the sight of the kings of Persia, to revive us, to repair the house of our God, to rebuild its ruins, and to give us a wall in Judah and Jerusalem. So I just corroborate God's faithfulness on that. And clearly God is faithful. He really is faithful to us. He also made them pitied by all those who carried them away captive. So wherever they went away, even though they disobeyed God, he still allowed for what? Them to have that favor of him. And he allowed the people of that land, wherever they went, to have mercy and pity on them. And so what we're going to do, let's pause here, and then we'll pick it up in our, we have 3 more stanzas, but they're all one-line stanzas. And so we should wrap it up in the next segment.